Do you ever wonder why some emotions empower you while others drain your energy? Are you curious about the subtle yet profound difference between positive and negative emotions? Are you ready to take control and change your emotional home for the better? Welcome to Your Hunger Satisfied, where we discover what you are truly hungry for and learn to satisfy those deepest cravings so you can end emotional eating once and for all. I'm your host, Peggy Dunn. I'm a licensed professional counselor, a certified life coach, and a functional medicine health coach, a wellness mindset coach. Take a moment and please let me know where and when you are watching this. I would really appreciate that. Emotions are the colorful palette of our human experience. Emotions paint the canvas of our lives with the numerous shades of color. Within this spectrum, two broad categories stand out: positive and negative emotions. These emotional forces, like opposing currents, have the power to shape our inner world in profound ways. You live in an emotional home. Your emotional home is the emotional state or set of emotions that you naturally gravitate towards, return to, especially during challenging or stressful moments. Kind of like your default setting. Your emotional home consists of both positive and negative emotions, depending on your habitual emotional response to life's events. Let me give you an example. Sarah, she's a person who resides in a positive emotional home. Her default emotional setting leans heavily towards positivity, even during challenging and stressful times. When faced with difficulties at work, Sarah tends to gravitate toward emotions like resilience, gratitude, optimism. She views challenges as opportunities for growth. She maintains a sense of gratitude for the good aspects of her life. She believes in her ability to overcome obstacles. Even when things around her are stressful, Sarah's emotional home serves as a foundation for positivity. So, another example is, let's say, John. John lives in a negative emotional home. His default emotional setting tends to be characterized by a predominance of negative emotions, again, especially during challenging or stressful times. When he's confronted with difficulties, such as financial setbacks, relationship conflicts, he often experiences emotions like anxiety, self doubt, frustration. These are his default responses, which can lead to a cycle of negativity. John's emotional home is marked by a persistent cloud of pessimism, which he finds challenging to escape, even in the positive circumstances. So, you can see recognizing your emotional home is essential because it can provide insight into your overall well being. If your emotional home primarily comprises of positive and empowering emotions, you're likely to live a more fulfilling and joyful life. However, if it's dominated by negative or disempowering emotions, it can hold you back from reaching your full potential and living a happier life. Excuse me. Understanding these emotional dynamics allows you to become more conscious of your default emotional patterns, and it empowers you to create more positive, empowering emotional home. It's a significant step towards personal growth and well being. The first step would be to identify your current emotional home. So take a moment and reflect on your typical emotional responses to various situations. What emotions frequently come up? Do you frequently experience? Positive emotions, you would guess, form the bright and uplifting side of our emotional spectrum. They encompass feelings of joy, happiness, love, gratitude, my favorite. These emotions are the sunshine that peeks through the clouds on a rainy day. They brighten our spirits, encourage positive behaviors, and enhance our overall well-being. When positive emotions take residence in our hearts, they become catalysts for positive change. They inspire acts of kindness, deepen our connection with others, and infuse us with a sense of power, power, purpose, and fulfillment. They are warm hugs of encouragement when life presents its challenges, and the radiant smiles that light up our darkest moments. On the other hand, negative emotions dwell in the shadowy corners of our emotional landscapes. They encompass feelings such as anger, sadness, fear, anxiety. Now, while these are an inherent part of a human experience, they can be draining. They can be challenging to confront. Negative emotions have the potential to unravel our composure, disrupt our lives, cast a pall over our mental and physical well-being, if not effectively managed. In other words, in moments of anger, we may say things we regret. In times of sadness, we may withdraw from the world. Fear and anxiety can paralyze us, prevent us from pursuing our dreams. These negative emotions, when left unchecked, may erode our resilience, strain our relationships. They can create ripples of distress that extend far beyond the internal emotional wave. So the second step is to define your desired emotional home. Consider positive, empowering emotions you want to embrace daily. These might, of course, include joy, gratitude, determination, excuse me, confidence, and optimism. I want you to visualize how your life would change if these emotions became your default state. Now, let's take this a step further. Within the realm of positive and negative emotions, there exists as an additional dimension, a spectrum that distinguishes those that empower you and those that disempower you. Empowering emotions, these are the emotions that ignite our fires, propelling us to take action, pursue our dreams, face life's challenges with confidence. Empowering emotions include determination, courage, self-assurance, enthusiasm. They serve as our allies in the pursuit of personal growth and meaningful achievements. They're the wind beneath our wings, pushing us to new heights and thriving in the face of adversity. On the other hand, disempowering emotions. On the opposite end of the spectrum lie those negative emotions. They impede our progress, limit our potential, and shroud us in self-doubt. These disempowering emotions include guilt, shame, self-pity, insecurity, anxiety. They act as heavy anchors, preventing us from spreading our wings and soaring toward our aspirations. Disempowering emotions can hold us captive in the past, evidenced by our self-talk, deter us from taking risks, fuel patterns of self-sabotage. Understanding the distinction between empowering and disempowering emotions is a pivotal step in shaping our emotional homes. It equips us with the discernment to nurture the emotions that drive us forward while gently releasing those that hinder our growth. So the third step is to cultivate emotional awareness. So I want you to practice mindfulness, self-reflection, to become more aware of your emotions as they arise. When you notice disempowering emotions, pause. Acknowledge them without judgment. So you may ask, what's the difference does this make? Well, I'm glad you asked. The recognition and management of our emotional state, our landscape, has far-reaching implications, and we're going to discuss some of them here. One area it impacts is our emotional well-being. Our emotional well-being is a fundamental aspect of our overall quality of life. It encompasses our ability to understand, accept, and effectively manage our emotions. Yes, both the positive and the negative. Excuse me, I don't know what's going on today. Acknowledging and understanding our emotional state is a profound gateway to greater emotional well-being. This self-awareness empowers us to navigate life more effectively by recognizing specific emotions, their triggers, and their influence on our thoughts and behaviors. We gain valuable insights into ourselves. And with this insight, we can become adept at effectively coping and drawing strength from positive emotions like resilience and motivation during life's challenges, while also addressing the negative emotions constructively, whether it's with problem solving, seeking support, practicing relaxation techniques. This not only reduces stress, preventing its detrimental effects on our physical and mental health, it also amplifies the positive impact of emotions. By nurturing joy, gratitude, and a positive outlook, we create a more harmonious emotional home that acts as a buffer against life's trial, leading to greater satisfaction. Recognizing and managing our emotions enhances our relationships, gives us more effective communication, empathy, ultimately fostering positive social connections. In essence, it's about achieving emotional balance. Acknowledging our emotional home helps us maintain this equilibrium. Accepting that negative emotions are a natural part of life, serving as signals for personal growth and change. Finally, our emotional well-being significantly enhances our decision-making abilities. When attuned to our emotions, we make rational, balanced choices, steering clear of more impulsive decisions like overeating by solely focusing on the negative emotions. Another area this will impact is our behaviors. The impact of emotions on our behavior is a fundamental aspect of our daily lives. They shape the choices we make, the actions we take. When we experience emotions like joy, confidence, enthusiasm, they serve as catalysts for positive action. These emotions encourage us to set meaningful goals, approach problems with a problem-solving mindset, cultivate resistance in the face of adversity. For instance, when we're filled with enthusiasm, we are more likely to take on new challenges, pursue our passions, embrace opportunities for personal and professional growth. Positive emotions can act as drivers for our success and fulfillment. On the other hand, negative and disempowering emotions have the potential to lead us down destructive and behavioral paths. Emotions such as anger, self-doubt, helplessness can trigger actions that are detrimental to our well-being. For example, when someone experiences overwhelming stress, turns to substance abuse, emotional eating as a coping mechanism, they're engaging in a destructive behavior driven by negative emotions. Similarly, emotional eating, a common response to negative emotions like sadness, frustration, can lead to unhealthy eating habits and, of course, weight gain. The impact of our emotional state on our relationships can be profound and far reaching. Positive emotions play a pivotal role in fostering healthier, harmonious relationships with others. We tend to be more open, approachable, empathetic. These positive emotions contribute to improved communication as we're better able to express ourselves with clarity. We better listen to another. In this positive emotional climate, conflicts are often resolved much more constructively, and misunderstandings are less likely to escalate. For instance, when we approach a conversation with a sense of empathy and understanding, we create an environment where others feel heard and valued, which strengthens the bonds in our relationships. On the other hand, negative and disempowering emotions can place a significant strain on our relationships. When we are consumed by emotions such as anger, resentment, jealousy, our ability to communicate effectively and to empathize with others is often compromised. Negative emotions lead to conflict. Our interactions become more confrontational, defensive, which means we don't get resolution to our issues. Unresolved anger can lead to persistent conflicts with the partner, while jealousy can erode trust and intimacy in a friendship. In these situations, disempowering emotions can create a wedge between individuals, damaging the quality of their relationships. And of course, our emotional home, our landscape, significantly impacts our health. The connection between emotions and physical health is a compelling subject of our well-being, one that underscores the intricate relationship between mind and body. Chronic negative emotions and unmanaged stress have a detrimental impact on our physical health. That's why I focus heavily on mastering our mindset, managing our emotions when it comes to our relationship with food, with ourselves, and ending the cycle of emotional eating in my Your Hunger Satisfied program. When we experience prolonged states of anxiety, anger, sadness, our bodies respond by releasing stress hormones like cortisol, adrenaline. Over time, this heightened stress response can contribute to a range of health issues, such as cardiovascular problems, high blood pressure, an increased risk of heart disease. Chronic stress weakens our immune system, making us more susceptible to infections and illness. It takes a toll on our mental health, which can potentially lead to conditions like depression, anxiety disorders. So, in essence, chronic negative emotions and stress create a hostile environment within our bodies, making us more vulnerable to all kinds of health challenges. But on the other hand, positive emotions can affect a protective effect on our physical health. When we continuously experience emotions like joy, gratitude, contentment, our bodies respond by releasing endorphins and other neurochemicals associated with well being. These biochemical reactions can enhance our immune function, reduce inflammation, protect cardiovascular health. Positive emotions contribute to better mental health, fostering resilience, helping to buffer the impact of stress on our psychological well being. If you regularly experience positive emotions, we tend to adopt healthier lifestyle behaviors, such as regular physical activity, eating a balanced diet, getting adequate sleep. In this intricate interplay between emotions and physical health, the importance of emotional well being becomes evident. Nurturing positive emotions and effectively managing negative emotions is not only beneficial to our mental and emotional landscapes, but also has a tangible impact on our physical health. This highlights the holistic nature of well being and emphasizes the need for a balanced and emotionally supportive lifestyle to promote optimal health and vitality. So, to summarize, in the rich tapestry of our human experience, emotions are those vibrant threads that weave our inner landscape. These emotional currents, comprising of both the positive and negative aspects, hold the power to shape our lives in profound ways. Within this emotional landscape lies our emotional home, a default setting in response to both life's challenges and joys. As we've explored, recognizing and understanding our default emotional home is essential. It impacts our lives in so many areas. By understanding the distinction between positive and negative emotions and empowering and disempowering variations, we can begin to make intentional choices and thereby shape a more positive, empowering emotional landscape. Our emotional home is not a fixed destination, it's a dynamic landscape that we can shape and redesign. This journey, though it may have its challenges, can become a transformative path towards fulfilling life. One that allows us not to feel the need to turn to food for comfort, enjoyment, distraction. Instead, we can now live a life where we live with the vibrant hues of joy, gratitude, and empowerment. A life that is brighter, more fulfilling, because we have discovered what we are truly hungry for and we've learned to satisfy our deepest cravings. So until next time, make it a joyful week.